Morning.
Morning.
It's Tuesday and it's going to be a lovely day, lads. I'm just checking the temperature today. 16 degrees it'll be the high in Kerry today.
Wow, after yesterday it was cat.
Yesterday was brutal, yeah. I was off yesterday and I just looked out my window when I got up yesterday morning and it just looked like a day where you shouldn't get up, and that didn't let up for the whole day.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Till about 6 o'clock last night.
So you didn't get up?
So I didn't get up, yeah. So 16 degrees will be the high today, and as we look out our window here, it's already starting to get bright. The sun is coming up, and we're going to see wall-to-wall sunshine across the county today, so yes.
Some of the big stories in the papers this morning, well, it's all about the devastation in Paris, in Notre Dame this morning, sadly, on the front pages of all our papers, in fact, including the Times Ireland edition. Battle to save Notre Dame is the headline there. A fire has devastated the 855-year-old Gothic structure in less than 5 hours. The French president saying last night that they will rebuild Notre Dame. They've saved some of it. The main stone structure is still actually standing, was last night anyway. The two towers, but sadly the spire and the roof both collapsed during that devastating fire. So that's all over the papers today. John Delaney, it's pushed John Delaney just to a kind of a smaller section in the front pages, but he's still there. The FAI refusing to officially confirm last night whether or not they've actually accepted his offer to step aside. That's on the front page of the Times as well today.
The Examiner, same story. Entire FAI board urged to resign. Delaney stepping aside. Not enough as TDs want a clean sweep. More pictures of the devastation of the Norte Dame cathedral in Paris is also on the front page. Along with this story, this is an order has been issued to arrest parents after a child misses a year of school. That's an interesting story.
Wow. On
the front page of the Irish Examiner there as well this morning. And red alert, Solskjaer plots another United escape to victory as they play Barcelona tonight in the second leg of the Champions League in Camp Nou. So I'm not sure about that one.
The Irish Daily Mail, more on the flames in Paris, and a photograph of, I would say, before it got really bad yesterday, because a lot of the structure of Notre Dame is still standing in this photograph. 850 years of history lost to the flames as it's gutted by inferno, says the front page of the Irish Daily Mail today. Is the way you walk the clue to sore knees, asks the paper today, and they've got 24 brilliant ways to ensure you get a good night's sleep inside their good health section of the Daily Mail today.
That's
24 brilliant ways, my God. Definitely reading that.
Give that a go, yeah. And the Irish Sun then this morning says Delaney steps aside, going John. As the FAI boss still in a job as two others have quit. Yeah, so my understanding is he hasn't stepped down, he's stepped aside until all the investigations are complete, which on paper technically means that, yeah, once that's done, he'll just slot straight back in again. But
going on holidays, basically.
Don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, the Irish Sun have carried that story as well this morning. Along with Cork lawyers, Lowry's devious is another story as the Mr. Moonlight trial continues, and it's on the front page of the Sun there as well.
So let us know how you are today and any big plans for Tuesday. We've got a great competition running all this week. We've got brunch to give away.
Nice.
I told them yesterday brunch is one of my favourite things in the world. So it was lovely. I had to read out the list of what's on the menu.
Oh,
I
and
got very hungry.
Of course you loved that.
So we'll do that again. It's at Ballygary House. And so, some lovely prizes to give away on that. So that's coming up on the show today.
Top trends that we're waking up to this morning. Notre Dame is obviously the top trend in the world, actually, this morning after the damage to the cathedral yesterday. I saw drone footage as well, stills
sad.
from it, and it looked horrendous. And I was just reading this morning, just before we actually came down to do the video, that it is being treated as a complete accident, because we must remember it was a building site as well.
Yeah, there was renovation works
the part
going on.
of it, yeah. And do you know what? I would hate to... I mean, obviously, look, it's been an accident, but I hope it doesn't turn out now that it was some dope flicked a cigarette or somebody left something plugged in overnight. It's something so stupid. And there's another guy then is pledging, some billionaire lad is pledging 100 million to help rebuild it. But do you know what that tells me? It's going to cost a lot more than that if he's going to pledge that much money.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, so that's the top trend.
Rebuilding it it's grand and everything, but it's 855 years old. The history's gone, you know. It doesn't matter if they rebuild it. Programme on last night, I didn't see it, but I saw people talking about it online, all about the moving statues of 1985. I actually remember this happening.
See ya.
Yeah, so I was a young child and I remember thinking it was a load of shite. As a little kid, I was like very young. My God, I can't believe anybody believes that still to this day. But anyway, I'm sure we get lots of people commenting here that they believe it. So programme on RTE last night, looking back at 1985, when statues across Ireland, not just in Ballinspittle, but here in Kerry,
here in Kerry as well.
Started moving.
Yeah. They featured some of them on the Late Show on Friday night as well. So they went back and looked at some of the people who made the news back then. Some of them featured on Friday night. So yeah, a lot of reactions to that online. And of course, Game of Thrones was back as well last night. So it's actually been trending since last week. But episode 1 of season 8 started last night. I did watch it. I won't give you any spoilers. But yeah, it's back. So I will say this actually. I've already seen websites like the Lad Bible and Sky News and others have full reviews into it on their Facebook and Twitter pages this morning. So avoid that if you want to avoid spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. They do say at the outset though, by the way, this does contain spoilers, but of course people are sharing it. So just to let you know, it is out there, which you can expect.
It's Take Your Lunch Break Day. So this is a day which promotes not skipping your lunch, which lots of us do.
Yeah.
Andrew and I do because we want to all the time. We want to get out the gap as quickly as we can. So we've very kind of flexible hours here, so that if we skip our lunch, we can just leave earlier.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Obviously, you can't do that if you work in retail or an office or something like that. But
set hours.
Today is a day when you're being discouraged from doing that and to actually treat your lunch as something important. It promotes. They're promoting the benefits of taking a lunch break, which I can see the benefits.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the fact that they have a kind of a day specifically named for this tells me that there must be hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis who do exactly that. They just skip the lunch. Sure, look, it's grand, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But probably don't get, unlike us, we can leave early. Some people probably can't.
Yeah.
And then they're working through their lunch. Or, do you know what I would suggest today to anybody? And you and I are also guilty for this, and Brendan Futter's the same. Don't sit at your desk eating your lunch.
Oh, Brendan always sits at the desk eating his lunch.
Get out and go for a walk for 20 minutes or whatever. Or even sit in your place's canteen or kitchen or whatever. Don't sit at your desk because that's not really taking your lunch, to be honest with you.
No.
And we're as bad for it in this building. But Brendan's probably the worst for it. But Brendan's busy. He's got stuff to do. But he's one of the biggest guilty. Yeah, he's one of the biggest guilty parties of sitting at his desk and eating a bite.
Yeah.
Now, who's for breakfast? So I was off yesterday. So what is it? 3:20 this morning.
Yeah. So some of the guests yesterday, I can't remember them all, but Courtney Cox was guest. Jennifer Aniston was guest.
Okay.
So it's none of those. So we're up to €320 today for that.
I was DJing Saturday night in the Killarney Grand, and I had two random fellas come to me and go, Andrew, how's it going, boy? How things? Yeah. Who's the voice? And I was, of course, in a nightclub. The nightclub was pumping, and I was like, sorry, what? So at the front of the DJ box, where they're nearest the speakers from my perspective, I said, look, lads, you have to come around. I can't hear you, because I thought they were asking for a song. So I made them come all the way around, squeeze through the crowd, come all the way around. I was like, oh, yeah, what do you want? They're like, who's the voice? And I was like, I can't hear that. And they're like, so disappointed when all the backgrounds of the crowd.
You were hardly going to tell them, like. Seriously. Yeah. You were hardly going to tell them.
I was never going to tell them. So 320 quid, and it's all thanks to Ash's Honest God Black Pudding. So, who's the voice?
Ooh. Nice. I had the rashes over the weekend as well, by the way.
I had the white pudding again. I had...
that hamper story, it went far with me.
The white pudding. That's good, lads.
Oh, the rashes were lovely. Rasher sandwich. Couldn't decide whether to have the bread toasted or not.
Ooh,
a huge dilemma Sunday morning. I was like, so do you know what I did? I had one slice toasted, one slice not, and I ate them separately. Like I had a toasted one and a
toasted.
I told you my granddad used to do that.
Non-bread would be weird.
Granddad used to do toast on one side. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take a rasher sandwich, either toasted or a non-toasted.
Which would be your favourite? I couldn't decide.
Probably toasted. Yeah.
I still don't know after eating the two of them.
As long as it drips and it's greasy, I don't mind.
Oh no, well they were grilled. It didn't drip.
Ketchupy.
Right,
we better wrap because we're gonna go live in a couple of minutes. So you can text or WhatsApp us as usual. Leave your comments here. We'll have a chat to you on air, and we've a busy one between now and 9 o'clock. So yeah, enjoy the day.
Moving statues.
Maybe a little bit of an exaggeration there. Yeah, that's more like it. What you're doing actually.
Well, it'll be a long way to move.
And there was eyes fluttering as well. I think wasn't there?